Okay, now I can see that we are live already on Zoom. And yeah, I would like to welcome our first attendees. Welcome, smart people, because yeah, obviously you are smart. You are interested in chemistry and physics. So yeah, my name is Georgi, and I will be today the co-host slash co-moderator of the webinar. And as always, during this kind of subject webinars, thankfully, we are not alone. We have several interesting guests from different German universities who will introduce to you their unique study programs. And yeah, just quickly through webinar settings, you can see the Q&A button just next to the chat button. It's in the bottom part of your Zoom interface. This is the main communication line between us and you. It is already open, will be open until the very end of the webinar. And sorry, you can ask your questions using the Q&A button, and then they will be either written answer to you in the written form, or then towards the end, we'll have a live Q&A session for around 15 minutes. And then your questions will be answered also live by one of our speakers. Long story short, let me jump into my part of the short presentation. As you know, today we are going to talk once again about chemistry and physics, studying chemistry and physics in Germany. And we have three guests from three different universities, which is great. We will start with the University of Göttingen, and we have Dr. Ingo May, who will introduce their study program in Master of Science Chemistry. Then we are moving to Leuphana University of Lüneburg, and we have Lisa Kessler, and she will talk about Master of Science level program in Sustainable Chemistry. And then we are moving to Free University of Berlin, and we have 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘥𝘪𝘯𝘨, and she will introduce Master of Science level program in Physics. Long story short, who is behind today's webinar? For those who do not know yet, we are my German university. And when it comes to English taught study programs, definitely our name will pop up during your searches. We are Germany's largest database of English taught study programs. We have over 2,700 degree programs, which are at least mostly taught in English. And our main goal is to assist international students who would like to pursue a degree in Germany, to do bachelor's, master's in chemistry or physics, or any other subject, of course. One of the main ways of us helping you is through our study finder, our database. So when you go to the full version of our study finder on our website, which stands at mygermanuniversity.com, you will be able to see all of the filters the study finder has. You can find programs according, for example, if the program is using UniAssist to process application or is not using UniAssist, does it need VPD, of course, obviously based on location, subjects, etc., etc. Lots of filters, which will save you a lot of time, to be honest. The second way of helping you is through writing up articles, of course, regarding studying in Germany. We have quite a few articles, comprehensive ones, and on different topics. Of course, about, for example, Hochschulstart, about fees and costs, about dual programs, about letter of motivation writing, about technical universities in general, visa, and more and more. You can find all the articles are there openly, publicly available for free, and you can get acquainted yourself with various topics. And last but not least, the third way of helping you is through organizing various webinars. We have a couple of webinars per week, actually, and on different topics. It can be, for example, subject webinars like the one that you're attending right now, but on different subject, obviously, not only chemistry and physics we are talking about, but also business management. For example, tomorrow is business and management, actually. So then MBA studies in Germany, mathematics, political science, and more. All the webinars that are already planned, you can find them in our webinars section. You can sign up for these webinars for free, and then, of course, attend these webinars for free. And of course, we have some subject webinars like UniAssist, visa, studying in Germany, and so on and so forth. We are based in Hamburg, in northern Germany, but our team is quite international, and that's why we are also counseling in different languages. So for those who are also interested in German taught study programs, if your German is already great to a certain level, maybe, you should also check out Hochschulkompass. There you might find also some interesting programs in German mostly. But if you are more English looking for English study programs, then my German university in our study finder definitely should be your stop. We have bachelor's programs and master's programs also listed in our database, and you can see most of them are English only, which means that you do not need any knowledge of German for most of the programs to get into them and to successfully complete them. And also for those who don't know what to expect when it comes to studying physics or chemistry in Germany, We also have some subject pages where you can familiarize yourself with what are the rankings of universities, for example, that are usually offering this study in this discipline in Germany, or what are the tuition fee ranges that you should budget, for example, if you want to study one of these subjects in Germany, and so on and so forth. So this is a very nice first step towards creating a bigger picture for yourself. Also, when you are looking for the program, it's of utmost importance not to be guided only by single aspects, only by city names, only by fees, only by rankings, and so on and so forth. You should at least take into account all of these subjects, definitely, but further even more based on what are your interests, what are your background, and what are your future aspirations. Only combining all this together, and maybe even more, you will be able to make the right choice. And yeah, we strongly suggest you to take into account as many aspects as possible. Also, what I would like you to know is that in Germany, we have two key types of universities. One is called Universität type of university, and today we have only these types of universities presented. And then we have also University of Applied Sciences, and in Germany it has some variations in namings like Hochschule or Fachhochschule and so on and so forth. The main difference, the key general difference between these two universities is in focus. So when we are talking about Universität type of university, we are more talking about research and theory. And in case of University of Applied Sciences, we are more onto application and practice in general. And last but not least, in addition to the aspects that I mentioned before, when you're searching for the right program, also our suggestion would be, when you are using our study finder, be a little bit flexible with wordings, so that in combination with all aspects, by doing that, you drastically increase your chances of making an informed decision of which program is really the best fitting for you. And then, everything then will go fine as long as you choose the right program, because this is one of the key first steps towards your successful future from my perspective. All right, now we are moving from the northern Germany to the geographical center of Germany, I would say, to University of Göttingen. And we have Dr. Ingo May, who will now present to you program, which is called Master of Science Chemistry. I will stop my screen share and hand it over to our guest.
Thanks, Georgi, for the nice introduction and all the information given. I will start my presentation. I thank you all for coming here and your interest in studying chemistry or even a science in Germany. It's nice that you're interested, and I think we all hope to convince you. I'm not here alone. I brought to you also Stefan Henninger, who's a student of us and one of our first responder buddies for international students. So if you decide for us, he will be one of the first guys you come into contact and help you to get accommodated and get your timetable up running. You see, Göttingen is, I would say, in the heart of Germany, but we're a small city. We are about 120,000 people, and it's rumored about half of them students. At least it feels like that. So in Göttingen, you have a very fresh community and a lot of students running around, because we're a full university, fully fledged university, and a large university, which is quite nice. So the university is quite big and located all over the city. And we are located, I forgot to maximize, sorry for that. The university is the STEM sciences, so all natural sciences, are located in the northern of the city at one large campus, which we call Nord Campus. And here you can see the physics, the geography, geology, and actually the chemistry buildings. We also have now here a large Max Planck Institute. We in total have 3 Max Planck Institutes around. So like we like to say, we are among friends here. All sciences are together, and actually we're in really great collaboration, which is quite nice for our students, because it greatly influences how you study in Göttingen. Short figures, short facts. We were founded, the chemistry was founded 1783, which is quite long. And since 1972, we are now in the northern campus among all the other STEM sciences. And we are quite traditionally built up from 3 institutes, which is the inorganic chemistry, the organic and biomolecular chemistry, and the Institute for Physical Chemistry. Our main research areas are functional biomolecular chemistry, sustainable chemistry, and analytical methods for molecular interactions, which is mainly the main research areas and where our professors in the master's levels do their teaching. And for our master's program, now what you're for sure mainly interested in, we have a fully fledged master's program, which means 30 credits per semester, 60 credits per year, which would mean the duration of your studies of master's for chemistry would be 4 semesters. We also have part-time options available. So if you feel like you don't have the investment you can do for the full-fledged year, for example, you have to take care of your child or anything happens which takes time away from your studies, then you could do like 20, 15 or 10 credits per semester, and your standard period of study would extend to that amount. With one exception, you would need to do your master thesis in a fully fledged 30 full-time study semester. Our program, which is quite important, is bilingual, so it can be completed in both languages only. You can study only in English, you can study only in German, or you can mix both languages. In all of these is available and plannable. You have to plan a bit ahead, but planning is a big part of our study program because we only have an electives master, which means in our master studies, we leave you the choice to shape your study, to shape your subject, to get the chemist you want to be, to work in the area you want to work. We therefore divided our study areas into mainly 3 areas, which is the professional studies, where 78 credits need to be done, the Professionalisierung in German, sorry, I'm bad at pronunciation at the moment, where you can do 12 credits, which is mainly non-STEM related. So there could be anything. You could also do business courses in it, and your master thesis with 30 credits, which would sum up to 120 credits in the 4 years of your study. Our lectures are typically offered once a year. So you have to plan a bit ahead, and some of our lectures are only every second year. So you need to do your planning right when you start, typically. Of course, you can change it, but if you have questions for that, people like Steffen as a study buddy, or I'm always available for discussions. Also, we have lots of internships in our curriculum, which means you will have a lot of time in the labs and in individual labs, working directly with the professors in the working groups, in the research groups, which are very flexible in time. So you're not bound to the typically 14 weeks of teaching when you do your timetable here. I want to elaborate just a few minutes on how this elective method works, on how the curriculum is built up. So basically, we defined areas, and within these areas, you can select typically between lectures and internships. For the professional area, that's the methods area. You have to do 6 credits, but you have the choice at the moment between 2, the fractional methods or spectroscopy and magnetism. So whatever suits you best, you only need to do one of them. For the inorganic part, to lay a basic information, basic foundation for you to be a good chemist later on in industry or research, wherever you want to go, you have to choose 2 lectures from among, in this case, 5, and actually there are more to come. For the organic chemistry, again, you can choose between 6 lectures and you only need to do 2 of them. And same is true for the physical chemistry, but since the modules here are a bit larger, you can choose from 5, but have only to do 1 of these. That's the foundation of the study you lay by yourself. And then, and applied chemistry, sorry, I forgot, which is kind of a specialization. So while the other 3 divide among the classical fields of chemistry, this one is really now, you say you want to go more to biochemistry, biophysics, you choose biomolecular chemistry. Computational chemistry is your thing, then do quantum chemistry or dynamics and simulations. So here you're starting to shape your studies. And then we have the large area, which in German is called thematische Vertiefung. The translation would be thematic deepening, which is not quite accurate. That's an area of 48 credits where you choose freely among all of the chemistry courses we have and all of the scientific STEM science courses, physical courses, biology courses, or even what the MPI offers, to shape your studies to your own needs. So these 48 credits are quite freely of you to distribute among all the faculties we have here. You just have to discuss with us, typically with me, if this course is valid for your curriculum. But if it's a STEM science, there will be no problem for sure, which is a really unique thing, actually, that you can shape it so freely. And this offers also some other benefits, to be honest, because when you want to go into international universities for some courses, you don't have to find a course which matches perfectly. Actually, you can study whatever you want there, as long as it's STEM science, physics, chemistry. You can bring it to count towards the credits of your masters. The professionalization area is in Germany, it's called key Schlüsselkompetenzen or key competencies. There we want you to actually step out of science and take credits from things which are typically called soft skills. You can do industrial internships here. You can also do courses on leading groups, and also course certificates on how to lead groups in chemical businesses are offered from us, from our university here. So you dip your toe out of chemistry up into what might you expect later in the field you choose to work in. 6 of these credits, we really expect you to not even be related in any way to science. So language courses are among these. So if you join Germany and want to do a German course to get better running here, it would be no problem. This would also count towards your credits for your master studies. Your master thesis is then done in a full semester. You can start your thesis at the moment you have 60 credits, so half of your study is done. It will take 6 months, and you will work directly in a research group and typically work in a quite collaboration with the PhD students. And most of our students actually do a PhD afterwards and build up on the topic they worked on. So there are lots of possibilities to start a bit of a research career here and see if that's your thing, or if you later on want to go to industry. Of course, we also offer, and actually I want to empower you to go also to see other places. We have programs running like Erasmus, Promos, and Global Exchange Planning. Due to our elective system, it's really easy for you to go to another university, study 1 semester of pharmaceutical courses if you are interested in these, and we still can count them into your master credits. And we allow in total you to acquire 60 credits outside of our university to still get the Masters of Chemistry at the University of Göttingen. So you could do 1 semester somewhere else and even do your master thesis there, and could finish your program at the University of Göttingen. So I hoped I could show you that we have got some key things running here which are unique in Germany in this fully elective system. Of course, I would be happy if you write me an email and ask me how to enroll. And if you have any questions, Steffen and me are here to answer your questions. So, Georgie, I would be done.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Ingo, for a very informative presentation. I was just writing your email also in the chat. I will finalize it very soon. So thank you very much. And let us now move to our next speaker. Let me quickly, once again, open the introductory slide. So, yeah. So we are now moving back to the northern part of Germany, to Leuphana University Lüneburg. And as already introduced, we have Lisa Kessler, and she will now talk about Master of Science in Sustainable Chemistry. And you can see also where Leuphana is located on the map, obviously. Let me stop the screen share. And Lisa, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I'm going to share my screen with all of you now. So, could you give me a sign if you see the screen?
Yes, sign and the voice sign too.
All right. Yeah, so thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Lisa Kessler, and I'm located in beautiful Lüneburg. And I have the honor to introduce our master's program, Sustainable Chemistry. It's a Master of Science. And I'm going to introduce our full program, which is located within the university at Leuphana Professional School. I'm going to talk about this in a couple of minutes, and also our flexible entry options. So the Master of Science Sustainable Chemistry was developed at the Institute of Sustainable Chemistry of Leuphana University in cooperation with the International Sustainable Chemistry Collaborative Center. It's a quite long name, ISC3. And is offered at Leuphana Professional School since 2020. And it's an online study program. So I really want to stress that out, that we are mainly an online program. So meaning most of the content is delivered in our online learning platform. And here you can get a glimpse of where we are located. So this is beautiful Lüneburg in the south of Hamburg. You see a couple of pictures of the city and surroundings. And Leuphana University has approximately 10,000 students, and we have two, let's say, pillars in university apart from research, which is the college, where all our bachelor's programs are. And then we have the graduate school, where we have our master students and also the PhDs. And then we have a special unit in our university, which is the professional school. And professional school offers executive education and lifelong learning. So master's and also bachelor's programs for people who are already on that job and working full-time or part-time. And then they decide, oh, well, there's so much to know in this world. I want to go back to university and take on the challenge and get another university degree. And this is basically what we also offer with our Master of Science program in Sustainable Chemistry. So most of our students are working full-time or part-time, and they all have a first university degree at bachelor's level, and then they start studying with us while they are working. So this also makes the program a bit special. So you might know basically every sector of our society, from agriculture, from healthcare, mobility, energy to the digital sector, is based on chemical innovation. So basically chemistry, you can meet chemistry in one or the other sense in every part of your life. So it plays a very important role also in facing today's challenges of resource depletion, climate change, and pollution, as well as for securing a sustainable development of our societies. So therefore, the Master of Sustainable Chemistry is for you if you like to understand the relevance and also the opportunities of chemistry in the context of sustainability. And if you would like to gain a deep and comprehensive knowledge on tackling one of the most pressing challenges of our time. If you want to know how to implement sustainable chemistry, not only in science, but also in authorities, in industry, and in all the other fields where chemistry plays a very important role. And if you, on a personal level, want to make a substantial contribution to sustainable development. And this is also reflected in our curriculum that you can see here. So the Master of Science Sustainable Chemistry takes usually 4 semesters and corresponds to 90 credit points. Since most of our students work while they're studying, you can take up to 5 years to study the curriculum. So it's a 4 semesters program, but no one urges you to do that in 2 years. But we have a lot of counseling along the time you're actually with us, and we look at to your workload on a regular basis, and we make up a plan, our individual study plans for you at the beginning of the program, and also basically whenever you want to change anything, whenever life comes in between or work comes in between. So you have a lot of time actually to go through that curriculum in your own pace. So the program provides expert interdisciplinary training in sustainable chemistry, and it teaches you how to understand and also apply chemistry in the context of sustainability. The first semester at the bottom, you can see it's dedicated to introducing the topic of sustainable and also green chemistry. And it also provides training in subdisciplines of chemistry that are relevant to sustainable chemistry. So we have this the program starting with the F1 module, Concepts of Sustainable Chemistry, and a classroom session at 𝘱𝘢𝘪 University in Lüneburg, so an on-campus session. And after completing the first module, training is then provided for the remaining 4 modules of the semester that covers environmental chemistry, green chemistry, toxicology, and also the module F4, which deals with chemoinformatics. The first semester ends with a laboratory class in environmental chemistry and toxicology, again at 𝘱𝘢𝘪 campus in Lüneburg. So there are 2 on-site sessions in your first semester. So the modules then in the second semester are more overarching in nature than in the first semester. So what you do during your curriculum is kind of you zoom out and get a feeling for the relevance of chemistry also in other knowledge domains and also in other fields of society. And this is especially the case for sustainable chemistry and renewable energy, the module F6, but also the benign by design module, which is really based also on the courses you have in your first semester. So for the F7 module, you really need to have passed the F2, the environmental chemistry, the F3, and also the F4 module. In the second semester, you will also deal with resources, recycling, and circular economy and its relevance for sustainability, and also sustainability assessment. And again, in the third semester, the modules become even more overarching and cover business models and strategies, as well as international regulations that are relevant for the implementation of sustainable chemistry. And apart from that, training is provided in ethics, leadership, and change management in the so-called complementary module C3 that you can see in brownish yellow here on the right side. And this is a shared module between all of the different master's programs at 𝘱𝘢𝘪 Professional School for over 2 semesters. And this is a really great chance to exchange with participants from other backgrounds. And then we have module F12, which is the project work, in which you will apply the gained knowledge on the topic of interest that is chosen by you. And a lot of students, they take a problem or a project or problem that they encounter at work, and they apply methods learned during the study course to that problem, and implement it basically in their everyday life, in their everyday work life. And then in the fourth semester, students work on their master's thesis, and in parallel, the complementary module C3 is completed. So let's look at our teaching and learning formats. So our teachers are international experts from academia, from industry, or from authorities. And most of the program is based on online learning in the platform Moodle. So there is no need to stay in Lüneburg for the whole study program. So this is also important for visa application. For each module, you will find on our online learning platform all the e-lectures, the literature, the assignments. You will find forum discussions, and basically everything that you need to walk you through the course and successfully complete it. There will also be online live sessions with the teachers hosted in Zoom, So there is, of course, room for interactions, not only with your fellow students, but also with the lecturers on a regular basis. So the online learning is very flexible and allows you actually to plan the learning content. Like you can plan when to watch the e-lectures, when to finalize the assignments according to your schedule, and of course our deadlines. And in addition, there will be 3 on-site sessions at the campus of Leuphana. And the different seminars, lectures, and also the selected laboratory classes, you will gain hands-on experience. Of course, the on-site sessions are a special opportunity for networking, not only with the conveners of the courses, but also with your fellow students. And in the last 2 semesters, you will work on the project work and the master's thesis, and this is mainly for implementation of the knowledge you gained through the courses. So let's look again a bit more on the on-campus sessions. And yeah, it's really worth, I think, to come to Lüneburg. It's it's a cute old city, and also our main building at the campus, the 𝘱𝘥𝘷𝘦𝘳𝘴𝘪𝘯𝘨, is quite something to see, actually. So the cohort in 2024 will start on the 11th of March with their on-campus session, with the first one. And this is also our introductory week. So you will get to know Leuphana Professional School, the study program team, your fellow participants, and you will have the first lectures and seminars of the F1 Concepts of Sustainable Chemistry module. Then at the end of the first semester, I already told you, are the laboratory classes in environmental chemistry and toxicology and ecotoxicology that take 2 weeks, and it's again on campus. And then there is a third on-campus session at the end of the program. So that totally depends on your pace through the curriculum, and it's there to present your master's thesis, to attend the graduation ceremony, and to say farewell to your fellow students. And of course, we are also accredited in order to guarantee a high quality in education on university level. And we are accredited or awarded the label of the European Chemistry Thematic Network, and also the Accreditation Agency for Study Programs in Engineering, Informatics, Natural Science, and Mathematics. And in addition, since 2021, the program is listed in the SDG Good Practices of the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, the UNDESA, for actively contributing to quality education and implementations of the SDGs 4, 9, 12, and 17, which is quite great, and we still feel honored to be part of that. So let's look at our participants in the past cohorts. So we have rather small cohorts, and we have international junior to senior level professionals with a degree in chemistry. You can see different countries of residence here on the map. And looking at professional backgrounds, we have people from chemical industry, textiles industry, consulting, national authorities, startups. We have also entrepreneurs. So it's a good mix, I'd say. So what we try to offer with our program is an additional qualification for working professionals at university level in natural science. We try to be very flexible as we can, to allow, to support and allow self-organized learning, and also an attractive learning environment for working professionals. And we hope to contribute while you're with the professional school to your perfect work, life, and learning balance. So let's have a look at the admission requirements. You need to have basic knowledge in general organic, physical, and inorganic chemistry that is sufficient for a master's degree, and therefore you need to have a first degree, a university degree at bachelor's level in chemistry or related discipline. You need to be proficient in English, as all the courses and assignments, discussion, everything is going to be in English. We have different options here for proving your English language skills. And most important is you need to have 1 year of relevant work experience. And now let's have a look at the deadline. So deadline is coming up. quite soon, 10th of December. And this is for the start of the cohort in 2024, starting at 11th of March. The total fee, the study fee for the program is 19,000 euro, plus there's the semester fee of around 200 euros per semester. Yeah, this I already went through. And now, since time is running, I'm going to have a short look at the certificate courses, since in addition to the full program, we offer also 2 certificates. First one is Sustainable Chemistry and Benign by Design, and the second one, Sustainable Chemistry and Regulatory Affairs. And you will receive a university certificate, so with examination and credit points and everything, or a certificate of participation, which is without examination. You can choose freely from that options. Both certificates correspond to 20 credit points, and the curriculum includes selected modules of the full program. And it's for all of you who are not sure if a full program is manageable or if feasible for you, or yeah, it's like a taster, I'd say, with 2 different options content-wise. Every certificate amounts to 4,400 euros plus the semester fee for the, yeah, usually it's 2 semesters, so for the 2 semesters. And of course, you can take the credits that you obtained and the fees that you have paid on the certificate, and it can be counted towards the total degrees and also costs of the full study program. So if you decide then to apply, if you decide to apply and enroll yourself to the full program, this is counted already. And the admission requirements are basically the same as for the full program. So first, university degree in chemistry or related field, English language skills, and the 12 months of work experience. And last but not least, we have also more flexible entry options. So on the top, you see the certificate program I just described, and then we have also something which is called PS Individuale. So it's professional school individual certificate. And it's worth 15 credit points, and you can choose all kinds of different modules from all the different programs we offer at professional school. And you also can opt for a university certificate, and you can basically mix the modules as you like. And also we have module studies. So this is for the people who just want to choose one of the courses and deepen their knowledge in this direction. They can choose individual modules. All right, and these are our contact details. And yeah, the next information day from the professional school is on 13th of January. So if you need more information, if you want to listen to this presentation again, you can, yeah, you should note the date. And if you have any questions, write me an email at sk@laufana.de, or yeah, write your questions in the chat. I'm really happy to answer every question. And yeah, thank you for your attention.
Great. Thank you very much, Lisa, for the presentation. Yeah, very detailed one. And I think many questions have been already answered. That's great. And just in case there are attendees, the emails that Lisa mentioned in her presentation are also in the chat for easily taking the notes, if you would like to, of course. Now we are moving to Berlin, to Free University of Berlin, and we have Olga Jarugsky, and she will now talk about a bit different topic. We are now moving to the physics. So Olga, please take the floor.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I will now switch on my presentation. Just a second. Now it should be working, right? Okay, thank you for having me here today. I would like first to tell a couple of words about our university and our department. Then I will present 2 programs, namely our master's program in physics and our French-German double degree master's program in physics. For those of you who are only interested in physics, I want to say that we are also a classic university, and we also have a Master of Science in chemistry. And So the connection between the chemistry and physics is very, very close. And we even have a lot of researchers at our department who had studied originally chemistry and now are researching in different projects, in physics projects, and even some professors in physics originally studied chemistry. So it also can be very interesting for you. Just stay tuned. And in the last slides, I will show you some dates and some context that might be interesting for you. Now, some words about the Freie Universität Berlin. Freie is translated as free. The freedom is in the DNA of university. It was founded as a counterpart to the Humboldt University that left 75 years ago in the DDR, so in the former Soviet-controlled part of Berlin. So we are located in the western part of Berlin in a very beautiful green garden-like location, and it is very well, very, very convenient and very beautiful to study and to work here. So Freie Universität is a public university. That means that you pay no tuition fees. And we are also a university of excellence, which means that we get additional funds from German government to conduct research on very high level. And this year we celebrate our 75th year anniversary, and there has been big parties, and there will be some other big parties in this year. Well, and as to physics, so we also have 75 years of expertise, and actually we are located in Dahlem, where great physicists conducted their research many years ago, 100 years ago. So great names like Albert Einstein used to work in Dahlem, and Lise Meitner, and Otto Hahn, Fritz Haber, and many others. But we today look into the future and research in biophysics and quantum physics and nanophysics and ultrafast physics. We have about 30 research groups, the Department of Physics, and in the master's program, we have around 200 students, and 70% of them are from around the globe, from Australia, USA, from Asian countries, China, etc., and from Europe. Now, our master's program is English only, so all the modules, all the courses are running in English. The program is designed for 4 semesters, but some students need more time to complete the studies. And since in Germany you design your studies yourself, it's up to you if you want to complete it in the study course in 4, 5, 6, or even 7 semesters. What is important about our master's program that is research oriented. We prepare you for different activities in research, in academia or in industry. So you will work, learn to work in labs, and our theoretical physicists are also very strong. The requirements are pretty simple. So first of all, you need a good command of English, at least at the level B2. There is no GPA, so no average, how it's called, GPA. And what we need is that you have a bachelor degree of science and physics, which is equivalent to ours. And what is it equivalent? So all the information is actually on our website. This is a lot of text. I just wanted to show you that you must have completed in your bachelor's such fundamentals modules or topics like structure of matter, solid state physics, atomic physics, electrodynamics, optics. And if you hadn't, and you must have some special experience of working in a lab, because lab lab course will be a very important part of studies in your master's program. So before applying, I really recommend you to go on our website and to check if you really had all these modules in your bachelor's program. If not, probably it would be possible that you do some additional modules at your university. All right, so your Bachelor of Science should be equivalent to ours. The program is structured in 2 phases. In the first phase, the so-called advanced phase, you complete lab courses, you visit lectures and seminars. And in the second phase, the research phase, you join a specific research group and you install your project and write a master thesis. So this would be a normal lecture, classical lecture. And the seminar, you have just smaller groups where you discuss selected topics in physics. And lab courses is a big deal, a big issue at our department in the master's program. So you have smaller groups of 3, 4, 5 people, and you learn different techniques. Just some examples. So you will learn the experimental method of Raman scattering, spectroscopy as a big topic. And all these experiments are also listed in our document, which is called Study Regulations, and I will talk about it in a couple of minutes. What you see here is just a recommended schedule, a sample program plan for the master's degree program. And you see that in the first semester, it is recommended to do an advanced laboratory course. But it's up to you if you want to do it in the second semester or even in the third semester. As I told you, so you are free. You're at the Freie University, you are free to design your study yourself. You also see in the first and the second semester that you have an elective area. Elective area means that you have a free choice of different modules on different topics. So let's imagine you want to become a quantum physicist. So you would be interested in these modules, and you can select them for your studies. And how can you know what the specific module with which topics deals a specific module? So as I already told you, there is a study regulation document for each master's program, and you will find it on our website. At the bottom there are link lists, and here you will find study regulations. And in these study regulations, you will find very precise information on each module. So for instance, you have no idea what the advanced laboratory course is. And here you will see, okay, I will have practical exercises, and I will also have a seminar. And with a seminar, I will spend 2 hours a week, 2 hours each week. And practical exercises will take me 6 hours a week. And in this module, I will deal with topic fields like solid state physics, magnetism, surface physics, superconductivity. So all the information is very transparently presented in this document and on our website. So even before applying, you can just read it and have your idea. Okay, I can specialize in biophysics because the university provides such great modules. So I very recommend it to you. And as I already told you, in the second part of your studies, in the research phase, you will join one single research group for your master project. And how can you do it? How do you find your research group? First of all, you can find information on our website. So we specialize in 4 core fields in physics at our department. First of all, biophysics, then quantum physics, nanophysics, and surfing science. And the fourth one is ultra-fast physics. And for instance, if you are interested specifically in ultra-fast physics, you will get a list of research groups that specialize in this field. And then you can read information about these groups, and you can write an email to a professor and ask if he or she can want you to be a member of their team, or if they have a specific topic. So it is very direct way from the master student to the professor. And we encourage you to get into very intensive contact to professors and to our research people in research. So there are several collaborative research centers that are located in our department. So they work closely together with people from other universities or even academic institutions from other countries. And if you work with some professor who is involved in these collaborative research centers, then you can expand your network. Already being a student, a master student, you can build up your network to other research institutions in Germany or in other countries. We have a really strong scientific network, not only with professors who are located at our department, but also with adjunct professors. So these people are our professors, but they physically work at different research institutions, not only in Berlin, but in other towns and cities in Germany. And we also have measuring times blocked at the BESI2. BESI2 is a large research facility, electron storage ring in Berlin. And several research groups are regularly doing research activities in this research facility. So you could benefit also from it. Now, I would like to say, to tell you just two words in our French-German master's double degree. This is a great program. So if you are already enrolled as our master student, you can apply additionally for this double degree program. Then you study 1 year at our university and 1 year in France, in Paris. And after these 4 semesters, after 2 years, you get 2 degrees of 2 universities. You get the master's degree in physics at Freie Universität Berlin, and you get a physics degree, master's degree at the Institut Polytechnique de Paris. And this French institution is a very elite one, very strong in research and in teaching. As I already told you, first year in Berlin, second year in Paris. That means that you would do your master's project, and you would try to master thesis in Paris. And for joining this program, you must be enrolled as our student. And the program is fully in English, but in order to apply to it, you need a basic command in German and French. Well, how can you apply for a master's program? On our website, there is all the information and also the link, which links you to the next steps for application. The design is something broken, but you can apply for the master's program for the summer semester and for the winter semester. And the application for the summer semester will start in some days. But still, hurry up. because you would not apply directly at the Freie Universität. You would use UniAssist, the service portal, to submit your application documents and all the your application and all the documents. And UniAssist, this service needs some time to process all the documents, all the information, and then you will also need some time for application for the visa. So just start now preparing all the documents. For your application, you need a transcript of 2/3 of records. So we are aware that you will not have your bachelor's degree now, but it's okay just to have the transcript of all the modules you already completed in bachelor's at your university, and then you submit your application. And afterwards, when you have finished your bachelor's studies, then you again submit the next document. All right, if you have any questions on general issues, on application issues, on technical issues, how to apply, you can also visit our online master sessions, which will be on January the 8th. And the colleagues from Central Advising Center, they will give you all the information on general issues. So, yes, and if you have precise questions on physics studies, you can also write to Leo. Leo is our physics student, which has office hours at the department. If you are in Germany or probably in Berlin, you just can come to the office and ask your questions. But Leo also offers online counseling. You can have your advice just in an online model. And we also have 𝘗𝘢𝘔𝘷𝘦𝘳𝘴𝘪𝘯𝘨 is a professor of physics at our department, and he is a coordinator of our master's program. I will write this email into the chat. So if you have questions as to recognition of modules of your bachelor's bachelor degree modules, you can write to him, and he is an expert to tell if we can accept you in our master's program or not. All right, so if you join our master's program, you will be we in the master's program, we qualify you for international scientific career. Our community is very encouraging and supportive. Freedom is in the DNA, so we are very democratic in many institutions at the university and in the department. And if you stay in Berlin and join our program, you also have the opportunity to learn German for free, meaning it's the best way to learn language if you talk to native speakers of German. And yes, of course, after completing the master's degree, you can stay at our university and complete a PhD studies. Normally, it's like working at the department. First, you have to find again a research group that has an open position, and then you stay for 4 years and work on your specific project and write your PhD thesis. And you are very welcome to join our PhD program also after the master's program. Well, campus life is great. These are all pictures from our campus, from some parties, summer parties, or sportive events. And Berlin is great. But living in Berlin means you have to have a flat or a room in advance. Sorry. So start looking for a flat in advance. And we would be happy to be if you would become a part of our physics group.
Very much for the information. I would say let us use now the rest of the minutes to clear the Q&A board, if you are okay with that. And we invite you also to turn on your cameras as long as possible. Thank you very much, everyone who also already addressed so many questions, making my life easier. Not a lot of is left, but let us tackle some of the questions. So let me start with this question that was for everyone, actually, that I several times saw whether there is a limit in terms of how many students you accept. In other words, do you have any local admissions restrictions? Like if, so for example, if I meet all the requirements, will I definitely get into the program, or will I have to compete with some other guys based on my GPA, my background, etc., etc.? Let us start with Loifana first.
Yes, so we have 25 spots each year. And we do a ranking, and it's based on duration of your work experience and also on your grade from your first university degree. And also you get points if you, for example, took care of own children or elderly people in your family. So we have this social component in there as well to account for life, basically.
Great. Thank you very much, Lisa. And now I would like to ask Göttingen the same question. Ingo, somehow we cannot hear you. I don't know why.
Now you should hear me, right?
Yes.
In Göttingen, there is actually no limitation. So as long as you fulfill the requirements, you will get a position. And to extend on that questions, you also will have places in the laboratory. So you're not only not competing for a position in the program. It's really never happened up to now that you had to compete for places in the laboratory. So as long as this works out, actually, there is no limitation.
Perfect. And Olga, same question to you.
Yes, same to us as in Göttingen. We have enough study places for talented people from around the world. So if all the requirements I listed are fulfilled, we take all people. Okay,
great. Now let me stay with you, Olga. There was a question, but actually you already addressed it. So the question was, is quantum physics covered? And you, I think, said that it's kind of correct.
Yes. It's not only covered. We have great researchers. We have a Dahlem Center of Quantum Complex Systems. And for instance, Professor Jens Eisert is our quantum star. He has a lot of projects, and his group is very large, and you are all invited to come to us and to participate in his research.
Great. And just building up on that question, Olga, there was another one. So you mentioned these seminars in different directions, quantum physics and some others. Can student change that, switch? If, for example, he or she thinks, okay, maybe I will do better.
Yes. So as I already told, in Germany, you are free to design your studies yourself. And even we had, for instance, students who studied chemistry in bachelor, and they liked physics modules, and then they switched to physics and completed a lot of physics modules and masters. And it's same in master's programs. So if somebody tries to specialize in biophysics and then discovers quantum physics for himself or herself in the third semester, then they can do additional modules in quantum physics and become a quantum guru.
Okay. Great. Thank you very much, Olga, for this answer. And let me ask this question now to Göttingen. So regarding the study abroad, there was a question whether the students who will stay abroad for one semester will be able still to finish their studies on time, or usually the prolongation takes place based on your experience, Ingo?
Since we have this purely elective program, in really all cases I've seen up to now, all the credits done in the foreign university are fully taken into the curriculum. So if you do a full semester there with 30 credits, you don't lose a semester.
Perfect. Thank you. Clear. Lisa, now a question for Loifana. You already addressed this question, but just to elaborate more on that. So the question was, did I understand it correctly that the lectures are both online and recorded? Please, could you once again shed a light on that?
Yeah, I also scrolled to the chat, just checking if I answered everything. You can find all the e-lectures on demand 24/7 on the online learning platform, recorded, and you can listen to them as a podcast, or you can also like watch and listen to them in front of your screen. And then we have the live sessions, and these are also recorded. So yes.
Okay, perfect. Now a general question. Dear presenters, would you please elaborate on PhD positions or opportunities after graduating? Let me start now with Olga. So let us say whether the PhD is possible in general, and whether it can be continued immediately after master's. What are the opportunities there if I was?
So our PhD program is not really we have some structured programs like at interface to other departments, but purely physics PhD, it's like working in science. So first of all, you have to have contacts, so you can write to all the professors and ask them if they have interesting positions. Some positions are even published on our website. So if this position suits to your interest, you can write to the professor. But if you see no open positions, but the professor works exactly on the topic you are interested in, so just write to him and propose to him or her. And they are so busy that they sometimes do not even manage to publish something on the website. So probably some could have a great position. So if you accept this position, then you get a contract for work in science. You work and partially teach, so you have some teaching hours also, and you work on your theoretical work, a PhD work or on your experimental work. But in the moment, it is not possible to tell, okay, each year we have 2 positions in biophysics, 2 in quantum physics. This way it doesn't work, it doesn't exist, because everything depends on funds that the research group acquires. So our research groups are very strong in acquiring additional funds. And only they know how many money they have and how many positions they can open.
Clear. Great. Thank you. Lisa, the same question maybe for you.
Yeah. So yes, in general, it's possible to start your PhD after you graduated with a master in science. It's like normal master's program with 9 DCP, and as long as you hold 300 credit points and together your bachelor's and your master's, you are able to start a PhD. And you can also start a PhD in our working group, or we have also structured programs. Depends, as Olga said, depends on the free spots, depends on if there's already funding available or not, if you want to apply for a scholarship, but the opportunity is totally there. For our program, it's sometimes the other way around, that people start studying with us who already hold a PhD. Yeah, since it's different target group maybe. Yeah.
Okay, perfect, clear. And also both Ingo and Stefan already addressed this in the chat. Maybe once again, choose the summary.
Yeah, the summary for sure is quite short. Chemistry is a bit different. So pure chemistry, so classical chemistry, 95% of our students go to a PhD, and of course our infrastructure is able to cope with that. So we have typically enough positions, as for Olga, Göttingen is quite strong in acquiring funds, and normally in, I would say, 70 to 80% of cases, your master thesis is also the entry point for a PhD for most of our students, because you get the connections, you've chosen your group, you get accommodated to the group and the topics, and actually from there it goes quite naturally to a PhD.
Okay, perfect, clear. Ingo, let me stay with you for a second. There was a question which I would like to generalize regarding English proficiency. So if the students have studied, for example, their bachelor's fully in English, will you still require IELTS or TOEFL or similar certificate in English?
To be honest, it has to be looked on individually, but if it's a fully fledged English program, we would accept it as a proficiency in English.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Same question now to Olga.
I'm not sure, because it's like a question on applications. I think so, but I would say please contact Professor 𝘗𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀 or the Central Advising Center.
Okay, clear. And Lisa already addressed this question. I think she said yes, it's possible. It will be sufficient, right? All right, and let me take last two questions, one for chemistry and one for physics. So for the chemistry, the question was whether the programs are consecutive ones, and if I can take this degree, I can apply if I, for example, had bachelor's in pharmaceutics. And let us, on a general level, what would you say in terms of the backgrounds? Can someone, for example, with business apply, or it has to be to a certain extent obviously related to the chemistry? Let us start maybe with Ingo.
Yeah, that's quite easy to answer. So for us, you need 63 credits in chemistry and 126 26 credits in STEM science, chemistry, physics, mathematics, or related subjects, and 180 credits bachelor. If you're from a country where no ECTS system is available, we have measures on to recalculate your system into our system. As long as you fulfill these 63 chemistry and 126 math or STEM sciences, you will be applicable. Doesn't matter how your studies is labeled.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. Lisa?
Yeah, quite similar for us. So for the Masters of Science, you need to have a background in chemistry or related fields, but you can study with us if you have a background in business, because we have a second program, the MBA, Sustainable Chemistry Management. So yeah,
Sense.
you can study with different backgrounds.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And Olga, now the question for you. I think you to an extent also addressed already this question towards the end of your presentation. Can I get admission in Master of Physics on the basis of 7 semester transcripts? Now I'm in the final year of my undergraduate degree.
Yes, please do it. Yeah, just
Right.
As much as you have, take this transcript, apply for a program, and wait for a reply. And when you have your bachelor document in your hands, then you can submit it to us.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Olga. Very understandable and clear. And with that being said, let me now thank you, dear guests, for your presentations, for your time, and for answering the questions both live and in the chat. And obviously, of course, attendees, thank you very much for your interest, for sending in your questions, and for staying with us. If you have more questions to one of the speakers, so we already published all the emails in the chat before. Also, you can get in touch with them, and most probably also you will find this recording also on our YouTube channel, and there you can once again take a look and read, think about your questions once again, and read and send them to our guests. If you have general questions regarding studying in Germany, regarding general situation with the scholarships or visa issues or Uni Assist and stuff like this, of course, you can also always get in touch with us. And you can also, actually, I would suggest you to take a look also in our articles. There you will find lots of interesting information in that regard. Okay, so that being said, thanks a lot once again, everyone, and I hope to see you on our future webinars as well. Take care and bye-bye.
Bye.